No? You're not going to talk at all?
and I'll be right here. So then I'll edit it down. Good morning, guys. Man, goodness, man. Good to see you.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm
Good
not
morning.
in trouble,
Good morning.
huh?
No, sir. No,
all
sir.
Right. So wonderful. How you do? Tell us your name.
I'm Trooper Corral, the Texas Highway Patrol.
Wow. How you doing, Trooper Strickland? Wow. Well, thanks for meeting. I'm Willard Franklin with the 4W Fishing Team. You reached out to me just yesterday.
Yes, sir.
And you see what we're doing.
Yes, sir.
And you want to help out and
Yes,
support our commitment. You know, I tell people, I get up every morning at 4 o'clock, turn on channel 13, and wow. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
One of the troopers was dragged this morning down off the freeway, right?
Yes,
One
sir.
of you guys.
Yes, sir.
So what I do, I promote the outdoors through saltwater fishing. You know, I'm on a pro staff with Bass Pro Shop. I represent the Mako. I like what you told me. Let's have a black and white next to the black and white. Man, I like that. Good. I'm going to use that. Just so you know, I'm using that.
That'll work.
But we talked to what is his name? He's
Sergeant Woodard.
Sergeant Woodard. So he said, Willard, we're going to help you with what you're doing, going out to the schools, outreaches, fishing tournaments.
Yes, sir.
So he said that, hey, we're going to meet with him later.
Yes, sir.
But I wanted to meet you for making that introduction.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
just honored to be a part. So tell us what law enforcement agency, you're the biggest, baddest, I already told them that. Y'all the biggest, baddest law enforcement agency in the state of Texas.
Something like that. No,
Something
I'm
like
just kidding.
that, huh?
I'm with Texas Department of Public Safety. I'm a trooper here out of Houston, and my partner's was out of
Come on up a
Houston.
little bit. So let's tell it. You know, I go to schools and educate the young people.
Yes, sir.
About the outdoors. You outdoors guys, right?
Yes, sir.
Y'all work outside.
We do, yeah.
You gotta
Yes,
work
sir.
outdoors. You know, so it's real important for what you guys do is educating the young people. But I want to let them know how do you get to where you are? How do you become? It wasn't an easy road. Where are you from?
I'm from Houston.
You're from Houston.
Yes,
so
sir.
you know what happens in Houston.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Every day.
Yes, sir.
So how did I could have turned out anywhere. I came up from Sunnyside. I tell people I went to school with mass murderers.
Yes, sir. We work in
Played with
Sunnyside.
them. You work in
Yes,
Sunnyside.
sir.
So Mayor Massey Hines, Honorary Mayor Sunnyside, we gonna be coming to Sunnyside doing some stuff. I'm working with Woodson Elementary, Addicts Middle School, Worthing High School, Houston Community College South. I'm a part of that. But tell us, how do you get to this part in your life to be standing here with the
Yes,
DPS?
sir. Well, I grew up in the southeast area of Houston.
Southeast.
By Broadway Street, Milby High School. I believe that's the name of the high school.
I remember they had a walkout. I've been around a long time.
Yes, sir. So around that time in the 90s, I saw a lot of gang activity, and thank God that I was I never came across that path, but I did see a lot of unfortunate things, you know what I'm saying?
Tough things. Some friends probably no longer here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And well, my dad saw the lifestyle that I lived, and he took me away from that environment, put me somewhere else, and I got involved with sports. I ended up getting a scholarship with football, and I ended up playing up in Kansas.
Wow.
And from there, I majored in criminal justice. Shortly before I graduated from college, I ended up applying with Texas DPS, and back in 2014, they accepted me, and that's how I got accepted to be a part of Texas DPS. But I just stayed focused. I knew what I wanted, and through sports kept me busy.
And I will tell you just quick about me, but your lifestyle helped you get this job. If you went the other way, could you become a Texas DPS?
The other way, no, of course not.
Hanging out with your buddies and friends, doing a little, right?
No, sir.
Right.
You're right. You're right.
All right, wonderful. So tell us a little bit about look. I like this. Man, I wish I brought my black hat. Oh, but man, tell us all about you.
Yeah, so I'm just all about helping people. As a little kid, trying to help others, first went to college, and then trying to find the best department that me, myself, DPS was just
because you guys could actually work at any other law enforcement.
Yes, sir.
But seriously, the DPS is the biggest, baddest law enforcement agency in Texas.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
The black and white, I like it. Black and white, black and white. So we're part of promoting the outdoors. I'll be glad to have you guys to come out at any one of my events. I'll put together the schedule. We'll get our contact information, and just to come out and talk to these kids.
Yes, sir.
You see, if I can't help change 1 or 2 or 3 kids' lives, you guys would be working you couldn't have time to do this right now. You would have to be out there doing what y'all do.
And that's actually what happened to me. HPD officer reached out to me, and he let me sit in his car, turn the lights on, and ever since then, when I was like, 7 years old, that's when my life changed. I knew what I wanted to do since then, just by activating those lights and those signs.
And I'm glad you said that, because we're going to be in front of thousands of kids. We will. And for you to come out, because we'll have the audience, for you to come out and just tell that to them. You know, let them sit in your car. You know, I've talked to kids that never held a rod and reel, ever. And they just went crazy. Once I taught them how to cast, they didn't want to stop. You know, but it just helped, just that little bit. You know, if we can change 1, 2, 3, 100, 10,
it makes a difference.
Makes a big difference. You know, your life could have turned. And trust me, I grew up in Sunnyside, Airport Boulevard. Like I told you, I know a lot of people that kill people. And I played with them since little kids. And like, how in the world? But they went this way. Like you said, my dad picked me up. He bought my first truck at 14. And my job was to go to work with him and help him with his job. Kept me out of trouble. And then he rewarded me by taking me fishing. That's how I can do what I'm doing now. So I'm on 3 television shows. I'm heading to Mexico to fish with the biggest, baddest fishermen in Mexico.
Yes, sir.
So I could have turned out anyway. And for me to take my knowledge and skill and what I'm doing to give back to the community, that's what I'm all about.
Yes, sir.
And you know, so partner with big companies, small companies, law enforcement, it doesn't get Texas. You know, people from all over the country, and now in another country going to see what we're doing.
Yes, sir.
And so that means a lot to me.
Yes, sir.
So I really appreciate you guys. Like I say, taking just a few minutes out to stop by today. You know, I got up early, hooked the boat up, and I'm gonna tell you this: whenever you guys want to go fishing, just call.
Yes, sir.
I'll stop and make that happen.
Yes, sir.
Just by you doing that for me.
Yes, sir.
No better deal than that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome, man.
All right. And I'm gonna say this in front of these guys. My you know what my saying is? Foot on the gas.
Foot on the gas.
I'm gonna say it softly. Foot on the gas in front of these guys. All right. So the 4W fishing team, we really have our foot on the gas today, guys. It's a big deal. We're in front. You know, it don't get any bigger than this. You know, and I'm honored and I'm really appreciative of you guys stepping up. And you reached out to make this happen.
Yes, sir. And like I said, man, I knew an HPD officer made a difference on mine, and maybe one day we can make a difference on the kids that you're interact with.
But get you know, I had the kids out at Tom Bass Park. It was 39 degrees. You know, and they were just unprepared being out there in that cold. So every jacket in my truck, they had on my hat. I'm pulling off my stuff.
Yes, sir.
I know how to layer up, just like you guys. You're gonna be working. You layer up. If you don't have your jacket on, you still got to get it done.
Yes, sir.
Right. That's what we do. But that's why I want to teach them. You know, how to prepare. Oh, it's too cold to go outside. If you dress properly, no big deal.
Yes, sir.
Right. You know, so no big deal. But then, you know, you're out in the weather, you're doing stuff. You guys, if it's raining, snow, flooding, you gonna sit at home? Y'all got to go to work, right?
We got to go to work.
And so that's part of letting them know there's nothing wrong with going outside and learning something different. And for them to sit in one of these cars will make, like you said, maybe change 1 or 2 of 20 kids' lives.
Yes.